Hi there, my name's Tiernee.
And I'm Delia.
And this is the Bienvenue podcast because you are welcome for blessing your ears with our nonsense.
So buckle up, grab some headphones, and try to hold on for your dear life while we attempt to explain the mess of a genre known as musical theater.
So, around 2,500 years ago in ancient Greece, musical theater made its debut. It began as a series of stage comedies and tragedies that consisted of music and dance in open air amphitheaters, not amphitheaters. Yeah, no comment needed. When it was first introduced, musical theater and acting in general was exclusively for men.
No surprise.
No, later on, the Romans tried to steal this idea, like they were known for doing, I have to say. And they used orchestra music and special effects to make the shows more exciting. These are both elements that are used in the modern day musicals that we know and love today. By the 1700s, opera became the most popular type of musical theater in Great Britain, France, and Germany. And somewhere along the way, someone did something, and suddenly women had rights. Musical theater then progressed to something along the lines of what we're used to today. During the 1930s, musical films were largely popularized by the Hollywood industry. The 1930s to 1950s are often considered the golden age of musical theater, which I think we can both agree on.
Definitely.
The genre's popularity made its first peak during this time. Animated musicals also made their premiere in the Western world, and the most well-known production company from this time has to be Disney. Even in our world today, Disney's roots lie in musical theater. From Snow White to Frozen, they have created some of the most well-known pieces of musical theater known to mankind.
So some of the well-known artists, some of the older ones would be Patti LuPone, of course, Marilyn Monroe, classic, Bob Fosse, Fred Ebb, Barbra Streisand, Christian Chenoweth, Idina Menzel, of course, the dynamic duo from Wicked, and Ben Platt, who took the musical theater world by storm when he appeared in Dear Evan Hansen.
Definitely, I can agree with that one. Musical theater is a genre that doesn't target a specific demographic, although statistics do show that the predominant audience in our world today are females aged 18 to 30. So, despite the fact that many people don't enjoy them, musicals are truly something that people of all ages can enjoy and cherish. When they were first created, the audience and demographics that they pertained to were extremely limited. This is because, surprise, ancient civilizations were kind of sexist.
I'm shocked. I'm truly shocked.
I know.
So, musicals have some pretty defining characteristics, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, just a few.
Like, large groups of people just harmonizing constantly.
It never
Although
stops.
they would just call that the chorus, I guess.
Yeah.
People just speaking mid-song or bursting out into song mid-speaking.
Yeah.
It can go both ways, really.
Mm-hmm.
Just some terrible puns. Just
yeah.
It's key part. Vocal layering. Spontaneous key changes.
There's a lot of those.
There really is.
It's kind of concerning, like...
Yeah. So, of course, we have belting. Is it really a musical theater song if there isn't just some sort of belting, just a high note somewhere? And it's always high notes.
Always.
And, of course, we have the dramatic solos. The duets. And then, further on, we have the even more dramatic reprises of said songs.
Oh, yeah.
The tempo rubato, of course. And then the soprano favoritism.
Yeah, I think we can both agree that that's pretty prominent.
As, someone who's definitely not a soprano.
Not a
Gotta
soprano.
say, there's not very many choices. There's not a lot of options.
No, there really aren't. Yeah, for the instruments used, there's pretty much every instrument known to mankind. Like, it doesn't even have to be an instrument.
It's just sound.
It's any sound that can be made is in a musical. Like, there's orchestral instrument. Orchestral? I'm going for it, okay? String, percussion, horns, piano, guitar, and just about any object that creates sounds. Like, why not throw a cucumber on the stage? It doesn't matter.
Just toss it on there.
If it works, it works. I mean,
of course. And then tone, or emotional impact. You can't really narrow that down.
No.
Because musical songs have such a wide range of emotional impact, so you can't really categorize them.
You really can't.
Like, there's many songs that touch literally every subject, like cheating on your wife and having your entire just secret revealed to all the American government.
Hamilton.
Or like
yeah.
to becoming a nationally renowned advocate for suicide prevention after pretending to be a dead kid's friend.
Yeah, I think Jervin Hansen has quite a bit of problems.
It's so many problems. Or, just somewhere over the rainbow. Somewhere over there.
Yeah.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
So, I think it's time to talk about Miss Julie Andrews, okay?
Ooh.
Let me just say that Julie Andrews is like one of the most well-known artists in the musical theater genre. She's like 85. I think she had like she's had some experiences, okay?
I would say.
Even though she's a soprano, because soprano favoritism, I think she's definitely worth mentioning. Having a 4-octave range isn't exactly the most common achievement. What's even more heartbreaking is that after having a corrective surgery to remove her vocal nodules, she was left with permanent vocal damage. Besides being an amazing singer, actress, and author, she's also an inspiration. I mean, not anybody can master a song with a word that's 3 times my height. And
It's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious.
So Lin-Manuel Miranda, he'd have to be one of the most influential just songwriters in our generation, I have to say, other than, in musical theater. I wouldn't say there are other songwriters, of course, Taylor Swift. And, but he's Puerto Rican. He's a singer, songwriter, rapper, playwright, producer, director, and actor. And as if that wasn't enough, he's made it a habit of starring in the musicals he writes.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry.
And then getting said musicals turned into movies.
yeah.
Seeing as, Hamilton just came out last summer, and that was just about the biggest release of 2020.
Oh, yeah.
And now In the Heights is coming out in June 11th.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that one. So, musical theater is often used in random places. Like, there's no specific time or appropriate place to use
Isn't
it.
that the entire thing in musical theater? You burst into the song at any time.
Yeah. Like, many songs in musicals are used in advertisements, films, and even songs. In Ariana Grande's song 7 Rings, she used a melody of Favorite Things from The Sound of Music, which is not exactly original, if you ask me.
No, I've gotta say.
No,
the way she used it was original.
Yeah, I find she created a familiar tune that people of all ages could hum along to. Like,
or introduced more people.
Yes.
Introduced the younger fans that have never heard it
yes.
before. And their parents are like, hey, get on it. You gotta see this.
Another really common song from a musical that's used in commercials is Queen of the Night aria. It's so overused. Like,
it really is.
You'll just be, someone in your house has a TV going and you wake up in the middle of the night to
And there's just squeaking.
the high-pitched screeching.
But if you can do it, like,
but if you can
all
do
power to you, honestly. And that was our project.
Yeah.
And if you like this podcast,
Then give us a good grade. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Or night.
bye-bye.